Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today we're looking at the Bestech engine. Why are we looking at the engine? Because, well, Bestech as a company, whenever they get to knives at 2.9 inches or less in blade, that is where they are shining right now. They have got some really cool larger knives, but man, their small knives are just out of this world. They are doing such a great job at a reasonable cost for what you're getting. Yeah, there are other companies out there that are doing great things. Reich has some stuff out there that's just absolutely beautiful, but they come with the right price tag, which, you know, if you can pay it, it gives back, because Reich makes beautiful knives. And, you know, if you can't afford these, Spyderco's got you covered with all kinds of smaller knives like, you know, the Man Bug and such like. But they are not as heavy duty as these guys. And I just kind of said heavy duty in relation to small knives. This is the engine from Bestech, and let's get a look at it. To start with, we've got carbon fiber and we have titanium on the show side. Now look how they've done the titanium and look how they've done the carbon fiber. The carbon fiber is laying up on top of the titanium, and that is just ingenious, a neat way to lower your carbon fiber cost while making a cool knife, because you've got the mixed materials on the front of the knife, and that is part of why they did it, I'm sure, because whenever you buy titanium in a sheet at a certain thickness, it costs so much. You make that thickness more expensive, or make it thicker, it gets more expensive very quickly. But instead of saying, well, we need to put standoffs in here, or some cheap stainless standoffs or some junk like that, they made a backspacer that feeds up onto the front side of the knife with a nice cool pattern in it, and just, well, really cool. Now, get a good look at the front side here. We've got this little bit of traction pattern here. We got 2 stainless screws. We'll get the Torx bit out here in a minute, but not quite yet. We've got 3 holes right there. We have a kind of a fuller-ish area right here, chamfered off on both sides. Looks really nice. Now let's look at the back side of the knife. Oh my goodness, they done exactly the same thing on the back side of the knife, only it's all titanium. Freaking awesome. Now, whenever I look at these knives, I see like a pack of Wrigley's gum or something like that. And to start with, I wasn't too sure about that, but as we'll see in a minute, that actually comes out really, really good. Let's look at these screws. I believe they're T6, so we'll get our titanium Scout Leather Company driver out here. And yes, that is what this is. It came from Scout Leather Company, and this happens to be a Filo bit, so we'll have to look at the Filo and roll the Filo around. You know, and that's something Bestech does really well. I wish that they would move to their own screws and make them themselves. But since they don't yet, they are buying really good hardened screws, which is great. Let's look at the pivot. Pivot's a T8, and that's a Weehaw bit. So there is our Weehaw, and it's good and tight too. Not terribly deep on these little small pivots, but deep enough considering how tight it is. And that is a beautiful thing. Bestech is listening, and they are doing things. They're doing what you're asking and fixing things as they go along, which is always great. So let's get our drop point out here, and we'll do a little size comparison stuff. So what do we have on the desk so we can do size comparison with this knife? All right, so let's start with CRKT Pillar, whatever. There you go. About the same size as the Pillar, about the same size as Bestech's own slip joint. A little longer blade on the slip joint, but similar size. And there we go. There is a CRK small Sabenza 21 Insingo, dual thumb lug, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, a little bit less blade, but somewhat close to the same size. And I don't have a Dragonfly out here, but we've got a Man Bug. So it's a lot bigger than the Man Bug. Got more blade than the Man Bug by a little bit too. Definitely a more heavy-duty knife than the Man Bug. So, I suppose we should do a Delica just because we can. And I have a Perpetua up here. We'll do that too. No reason to do the really big knives because, well, we know it's not a big knife. And let's talk about our measurements just a little bit. We are close length 3.45, handle thickness of under half an inch at 0.46, spine to spine at 1.2. So it really is that little pack of gum type size that you can stick in your pocket. We have a weight of 2.55 ounces, so very small there too. And these little blades are 2.4 inches long with a 2.1 inch edge length and a big finger choil up here. And we'll talk more about that in ergonomics. This blade is kind of a drop pointy thing with a swedge up here, a bit of a fuller and then a blade hole, and flat ground with a good edge termination down there. The other one is the clip point. And guys, it is the same blade. We lay them on top of each other. That blade profile is exactly the same. They've just cut this one in a clip and changed the swedge. And very nice two-tone blades, stone wash and kind of a hand rub looking finish. Really, really nice. And I think it's really cool that they're giving you the two blade shapes, even though it's the same actual cutting edge shape, because this one is about 1/10 of an ounce lighter. It also has a less or a more delicate tip, obviously, because of the clip point. This one is 1/10 of an ounce heavier and has a more robust tip because it's got a little more steel behind it. Very, very cool. And from here, guys, we're going to go to our pause and read card, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, so S35VN on the blades, flat ground. They are sharper than snot, which I would hope. And yeah, I just ripped stuff with it because I got the sharpening choil instead of the finger choil. But yeah, very sharp. Not a problem there. Bestech has been doing really good about sharpness here of late. And S35VN, so we've got good blade steel. Beautiful, beautiful little blades. Let's get a real close look at them, see if we can get this camera to... There you go. Very nice. It says S35VN right there. There's the other one. Very nice. Just depends on which blade style you like. I happen to like the clip point just because, well, it looks a little nicer in my opinion. Some of you may like the drop point better. Doesn't matter. It's the same knife for the most part, except for the blade. So now let's talk about what's inside these guys. Same old stuff. For your $158, you get, ceramic ball bearings. You get a ceramic detent backing washers, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff you would expect to get in a full-size Bestech knife. Action-wise, this one is very good. It's almost drop shutty. Very, very good. Now, this one is not, but before we get into fussing about it, whenever I saw that these were coming, I contacted the Bestech rep, and she was like, and I was like, hey, I would really like to get one of those to show the guys on YouTube. And she's like, okay, I'll get one over to you. So this is first production, maybe even somewhat prototypey. So don't count this action as the general action for all these knives. I have handled 3 of them now, and 2 clips and one of these, one of the drop points, and the other 2 both had a very similar action to this drop point where it's very, very smooth. This one's got a little bit too much lock bar tension and a little bit too much detent, but does make it flip really good and snap right out there. So, and this is my personal one, has what they're calling Spectrum TI. Now, what is the deal with Spectrum TI? We should talk about that real quick before we move on to everything else. Well, this is an anodization method that is going to give designs like this and others. If you watch Bestech's Instagram, and if you're not, you should be. They're doing a lot of cool stuff with the anodizing. This one is going to be unique to each and every other Spectrum TI knife out there. So no one will have the same stuff. Get a good pic. If you order one of these, get a good picture of the knife, because your pattern will be different than your buddy's. And if he tries to take your knife, you can say, oh no, buddy, that's mine. See this? They're somewhat similar, but each one of them that I have seen so far is different. So that is, in my opinion, super cool. Definitely not Brian spec, but I don't like Brian spec most of the time. And this I like. In fact, I like it a lot. And there we go. Get them both out there. I suppose we should put them in the pocket. You guys want to see that, right? So I shouldn't have opened them, but you know, flipping these little guys open is so cool. So they have this little pocket clip, and you just saw it works okay in jeans. Now, if you're standing up and trying to put this thing in your jeans, it does not work quite that good. And this is not, in my opinion, a big deal. And here's why, my explanation as to why. Whenever I make a knife this size, or whenever I consider a knife this size, most of the time I consider that, depending on how hefty the knife is, like the Roxy's will have normal pocket clips. But for this type of knife, I consider that the pocket clip is probably not going to be used for a guy wearing Levi's or Lee workwear, well, it's not Riggs workwear, or Carhartt or something like that. These knives are going to be in vest pockets, inside jacket pockets, shirt pockets, those sorts of places, or floating in a pocket. So I generally am not as generous with the pocket clip depth, because if you're going in slacks, if you're going in vest or jacket pockets, or you're going in shirt pockets, you don't want as deep a clip here. You want to be able to slide that in and out of those thinner materials while keeping enough tension. So if you put a clip on it that's, I'm sure I've got something, yep, here's a Leon Mall eraser. It's got quite a bit more room under it. Now this is a big old knife, big honking knife, remember that? But this knife is designed to go in whatever pants you may be putting on, and it's long enough that it stays in there without any problem. So that's my opinion on these smaller knives. In fact, I might have made that thinner if I was doing it, because that is getting into jean territory as far as depth of the pocket clip goes. And maybe they did that to try to ride the line a little bit, because like you saw, it will work in standard Levi's okay. And might as well look at that. I keep talking about that kind of stuff. We got the lanyard hole just slightly hidden there, but still up enough you can get a lanyard on there. And definitely you're going to run into this, but everything's chamfered pretty good, so the little pocket picker is not going to be that big a deal. And now, where are we at? I think we're down to, well, we'll do ergonomics real quick before we get to that. And this guy is just a little pillbox. You know, I've talked to some people about this, and some people want the knife to be thinner right in here. I don't. At first I thought I did, and then I decided that I didn't. And here's why. It fills my hand properly right now. Yeah, I've got that short little blade, but it fills my hand. I can get a 4-finger grip on it. Full 4-finger grip, and I can get in there and get stuff done. I can get in there and I can do scraping motions. I can pull cut. I can push cut. I can even reverse grip this little dude. So this thing, guys, I like the pack of gum type of shape of it. And I like that it only weighs about 2.5 ounces. And I can throw it in my pocket, and it's like some of the previous knives that Bestech has done, the Goblins, the Imps, and such like. It just freaking works. And like I said, Bestech is killing it with these small knives. They've got something out there for everybody, and we'll let that one go that way. We'll turn the other one around so you can see that Spectrum TI there. And I don't know. I really hope that some other companies step it up and try to catch up with Bestech on these small knives, because if they don't, Bestech's going to run away with the small knife category. I know there's some out there in the more expensive and some out there cheaper, but Bestech at that between 90 and 160 bucks in the 3-inch blade or less is really winning. The only thing they've really got to contend with in that price category that I'm aware of right now is the rectifier at just under 3 inches from We Knife. But anyhow, I'm going to leave it there, guys. These are cool little knives. It's a little engine that could, and it can. Believe me, I have been using this one, and then whenever this one finally showed up, I was supposed to have this one like a month ago, and it just showed up a few days ago. Shipping errors. But it's just a cool little knife that, yeah, I'll be carrying this one probably a lot. Probably just kind of swapping it back and forth with my Goblin because, well, it fits the same role and it's another cool little knife. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell button so you don't miss anything we do here on the Zelrick YouTube channel. And you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.